Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my January 2022 TBR. I'm super excited, so let's get right into it.
About to leave, already packing.
So I have a stack of historicals, and I'm really trying to make it a goal to read more historicals this coming year. I really want to be able to give you guys more historical romance recommendations, and I just love historical romances, and I didn't make it that much of a priority last year in my TBRs to really read a lot of historical romances, so that's my goal for this year. I'm really excited. So the first one is In Bed with the Devil by Lorraine Heath. This is a historical romance, of course, and what the heck, it doesn't even have like a synopsis. Look, that's so weird. I got this from Amazon. Okay, here it is. They call him the Devil Earl, a scoundrel and accused murderer who grew up on the violent London streets. Ooh. Proper young lady risks more than her reputation when consorting with the roguishly handsome Lucian Langdon. But Lady Catherine Marby believes she has no choice to protect those she loves. She would do anything, even strike a bargain with the devil himself. She desires respect and wife above all else, but the woman I was choosing lacks the social grace to be everything he wants, but what she asks for in exchange will live their very life. Okay, so I think they make like a deal or something. I don't know, but I have really loved Lorraine Heath's writings this in 2021, this past year, and I really want to read more of her books, so it's on my TBR. I might listen to it on audio, I don't know, but I'm really excited. Okay, so the next one is Love Revenged by J.R. Ward. So this has been on my TBR for a while now. I really love J.R. Ward, and I want to get back into the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. So this is a vampire romance series, vampire urban romance series, and this is about revenge and revenge. I'm super excited for his story. He's not a vampire, he's like a different type of creature. So I'm just dying to read this book. It sounds so good. So hopefully I'll get to it this coming month. The next book is A Pirate's Pleasure by Heather Graham. This is a historical romance, pirate romance. It sounds so good. The cover's gorgeous. And I've heard there's lots of action in this book. I think she might be, she's captive on a ship, and I think the hero might have kidnapped her. I don't know. But I've heard really great things, so I'm super excited to read this one. Okay, so this next book is called A Reckless Match by Kate Bateman. This is the first in a new series by her, and I've heard amazing things about Kate Bateman, and so I'm really excited to read this one. And so this one, our hero and heroine are part of rival families, and they both hate each other. But I don't know how they get together. Maybe it's like hate to love, and now she's too busy saving her family from ruin to think about Griff and the other devilish Davies siblings. And it's not like she'll ever see him again. As a new plan is being post-war life during illegal duel forces him to retreat to his family as well. She realizes the only exciting thing in the dog. Oh, okay. Thoughts of his nemesis. Oh, okay. This one sounds really good. So it's Hate to Love, and he was a part of like the war, and so he's coming back, and he's really not excited. He was in like a duel or something, and so now the only thing he's excited about is his arch nemesis seeing her again. So I think it's Hate to Love romance in like the countryside. I don't know. It sounds really good. I'm super excited for this book. Okay, so this next one is called Never Entice an Earl by Lily Dalton. I read Never Seduce a Duke, I think, by her, which is the first in the series, and it was so good. It was a Christmas romance, Christmas historical romance, and so this is about the heroine in that book's sister, and I think she makes a deal with somebody. Lady Daphne begging to do anything for her maid Kate. Oh, okay, so she masquerades as Kate and sneaks around the wrong side of London to settle the poor girl's debt, yet her innocent ruse takes a scandalous turn when Kate runs into a handsome gentleman on a secret quest of his own. A moment of passion could cost Daphne her reputation, but how can she ignore the stranger's searing kiss? An arrangement most wicked. Lord Cormac Northmore is determined to find the immoral peer who ruined his sister. So when he learns that the irresistible woman he knows as Kate is the season's most sought-after debutante, Cormac plans to use her connection to help him set a trap. So I think they're going to kind of use each other, but it sounds really good, and I loved that book by Lily Dalton, so I'm really excited for this one. Okay, so now we're going to get into some contemporaries and fantasies that I'm really excited for. So the first one is To Love Jason Thorne by Ella May. So I read To Hate Adam Connor this past month, and it was so good. It was adorable, hilarious. And so this one is actually the first book in the series, but I read the second one first. And this one is about childhood friends to lovers, and so they kind of got ripped apart, I think, when they were young, and now she wrote a book about their romance and their life, and he's the one who's starring in the movie of it. So they're kind of seeing each other again and rekindling their romance. It sounds really good, and I've heard such great things, and I loved that book, To Hate Adam Connor, so I'm super excited to read this one. So another book that I'm dying to read is Gianna Darling's new book that she's releasing. It's called Beautiful Nightmares, and it's the second book in her Guardian/Ward romance. So I think I don't remember when it's coming out, but I am super excited for that. And also Colleen Hoover's new book, Reminders of Him. It sounds really interesting. I think the heroine, she was in jail, and now she's out of jail, and she's trying to find her daughter. And the only person that has a connection to her daughter that's not saying, like, I don't want to see you, is this bartender. So I think they kind of start up a romance. It sounds really good, and I've heard it's super emotional, so I'm excited for some of Colleen Hoover's old roots coming back. And then the next book I'm really excited to read is The Heir by Sophie Lark. This is a new adult college/mafia romance. It's at this like gothic college for mafia kids. And so I think the heroine and hero have been best friends since they were young. I've heard it's a kind of love triangle, but not really. And so this guy is trying to get with the heroine, but he's like, no, that's not going to happen, the hero. And so he's trying to get her to like finally see him, I guess, as a romantic prospect. And it sounds really good, and I heard it's a really good slow burn, so I'm super excited. The cover's gorgeous, and I really like Sophie Lark. Okay, so the next book I'm really hoping to read this upcoming month is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first book in the Throne of Glass series, and I really love Sarah J. Maas, and I was like, why not just try the series, because I love her so much, and so I'm excited to read the series. I don't know if I'm going to love it. I don't know what's going to happen. I only have the first book, but I'm willing to try it. And it sounds really interesting. So like an assassin is summoned to the castle. She comes not to kill the vicious king who rules from his throne of glass, but to win her freedom. So if she defeats 23 killers, thieves, and warriors in a competition, she will be released from prison to serve as the king's champion. The crown prince will provoke her, the captain of the guard will protect her, and a princess from a faraway land will befriend her, but something evil dwells in the castle and it's there to kill. So I think it's kind of a love triangle-y feel, but I don't know if it's a true love triangle, but I've heard that she gets with Rowan, so I don't know. But it sounds really good, and I've heard so many great things about it on TikTok, so I'm buying into the hype, but whatevs. I really do love Sarah J. Maas, so I hope I like this one. Okay, so this next one, I just randomly pulled it off my shelf, but it sounds really good. It's called Blame It on the Tequila by Fiona Cole. This one is, I think it's maybe Second Chance or Friends to Lovers Rockstar Romance. And I really want to read Fiona Cole, and I've heard great things about this one, and that it's super angsty and really good. So I'm super excited to read this one. I think it'll be a good quick read for me to read during passing time, and like, I don't know, it sounds really good though. Okay, so this next book is Lovers Like Us by Kristen Becca Ritchie. I'm pretty sure this is the second book in the Like Us series. Let me make sure. I'm looking at the series. It's either this, this is book 2. Okay, so this is the second book in the Like Us series, and this is a spin-off series from the Dictated/Calloway Sisters series. And this is about Mafi and Pharaoh, and it kind of left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger when they found out that they were together, because he's his bodyguard and they take things very seriously about that stuff. So I'm really interested to see what is going to happen. I love this couple, I love their romance, and I love the characters in this book, so I'm dying to read this one. Okay, so this next book is called Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. This is a fantasy wife, or maybe it's adult. I can't remember if it's YA or adult. But I've heard really good things about Victoria Aveyard, and I really want to read her books. This is her newer release. And I follow her on TikTok, and I absolutely love her as a person, so I'm really excited to read this one. It's chunky. I really have no idea what it's about, but that's what I like to do when going into fantasy, so I'm dying to read this one. Okay, so this next one is called Stay With Me by Nicole Fiorina. So I think it's about maybe an asylum or mental hospital, and so they meet, the hero and the heroine meet through that. I don't know, I've heard it's like dark and kind of gothic and mysterious, so I'm really excited to read this one. I've heard really great things, and that it's dark but really good. And then the last book is called King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. This is her new release. I think it's a fantasy enemies to lovers romance. It sounds really good. As a dull day, Lar considers her wedding day to be her death day. To end a year-long war and protect the people of her kingdom, she's to marry the vampire king, Adrian Alexander, blah blah blah, and kill him. But her assassination attempt is thwarted when Adrian warns that if Isolde tries to kill him again, he will raise her as undead. So it sounds really interesting. I know a lot of people love her Hades and Persephone retelling. But I really am excited to read this and get into a good fantasy romance. Okay, so that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely down below tell me what your first reads are that you're excited to read for January 2022. I'm so excited to hear. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.